Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a video about the trades I took. These are the live trades. I took trades in Infosys futures and LTI futures, which is L&T Infotech futures. And I thought it's going to be a very good video about psychological aspect of a trader, so you can understand what goes through and how you have to deal with your psychology when the trade, when there's some bit of volatility in the market. Okay, so it's going to be a good one, I think. So before moving, as we normally do, I'm going to show you a chart here. Just pause this video and have a look at this chart and see what is going to happen. What's the most likely outcome? Is the price going to break the resistance level that I have marked in the rectangle thingy there, or is it going to face resistance and then fall down from that point? Okay, I'm going to show you about the details during this video sometime. So let's move on. Right, first of all, let me show you the trades I took. This is the Infosys, and I have closed this video. I'm going to tell you why I did that and you can tell me what you would have done, okay, in that scenario. Obviously this is the Infosys June futures, and I took it on 3rd of June and I closed it today. My buying price was 139225. Let me just zoom it in for you. I think you can see now. So this is the one, and let me just change the mouse highlight here. Okay, so here's the futures, and here it is the 3rd June I took the trade, and today I closed it. My buy rate was 139225 and my sell rate was 141575. And the other trade that I want to discuss with you is where is this? Okay, it's the LTI. Let me zoom this one also for you. It's the futures, June futures. I took it yesterday, which is 8th of June, and I closed it today. My buy price was 3914 and my sell price was 3935. Okay, and you're going to see some really interesting things when I show you the charts here about these two stocks. Okay, let's go into Infi first of all. Okay, by the way, while we are on this Nifty index, you can see here there was a major fall. As you can see here, there was a major fall after, somewhere around 1 o'clock today, and we saw like a big move towards downside. Okay, and if you see on the daily as well, you can see it closed somewhere around like 0.67% down. Okay, let's go to Infosys. Right, so if you see here, let me just clear off the drawings so that it will be more clear, and let me just close the volume as well, because we don't need that for this particular strategy to explain. I took the trade on 3rd of June, so obviously this is a daily chart. I took the trade somewhere in this green indecision bar, you could say. On that day I took the trade. Let me go to 30-minute time frame so that you can see clearly where I took the trade. I think it was somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here I took the trade. Let me just zoom it in for you. After this green bar, okay, after this green bar I took the trade, and then I waited patiently for the next day, and there was a weekend as well, so I had to carry forward. And mind you, this was a swing trade, this was not an intraday trade, and why I'm saying that is I didn't take it as an intra trade, and then because it didn't go anywhere I carried forward. No, it was specifically a swing trade. I wanted to carry it forward for 4 or 5 days, and I was expecting price to come up here to this point here, so that's where I wanted to initially go. And then I was even expecting on a daily time frame, I was even expecting the price would break these levels and test these levels, which is 1460 levels. That's what I was hoping, and that's the reason I took it as a swing trade. But unfortunately, yeah, I had to close this trade today. And give me your inputs what you would have done. I'm going to show you the scenario why I did that, so that whether we'll see we can conquer on that, or do you have differing views about that. Right. So I already gave you the context how Nifty fell after 1 o'clock. Okay, and let's see how Nifty was performing. We saw a very nice jump yesterday, which was very nice to see because it went in my favor and almost hit my first kind of, I was expecting the price to go here and then, maybe spend some time and then break out to the upside. Okay, so and today if you see here, Nifty was up in the morning. Okay, it went up really well. Once it went for a dip and then it went up. Okay, so let me show you the chart quickly. You can see here there was a dip in the morning and then it started going up, but in Infosys we didn't really see that kind of move. I was expecting like it can continue. That was first thing, that kind of saying that it's not, something is not right, because I thought it should have moved up. Okay, but that didn't happen. And after 1 o'clock, I mean, you can see there was a very sharp down till this point. Okay, and it came all the way to this point, and at that point I thought, like, this, see, these resistances, what it happens is, let me show you with a box here. This was a good resistance zone, right? So price can hover around that area and then take the direction of the trend which is prevailing, which is like the uptrend, and it can go up, or it can also come down if this, it just needs a reason. This is a very good zone for sellers to sell, and they can come into the market and then do that stuff. So, and as I saw, there was a sudden dip. This was somewhere around like nearly 1% dip, and it came very close to, I mean, not close, very close, but I had to compromise a lot on my profits that I was getting somewhere around here. And we can see these rejections as well, right? You see these rejections here, rejections here, and then plenty of rejections from the top. So what I clearly was saying was, bulls were making an attempt to take the prices higher but were failing. And after that sudden drop in the Nifty around 1 o'clock, I just decided, okay, I think I should just exit this trade, because what happens is I was sitting very comfortably on very good profits. Okay, it was somewhere around in futures, I think it was trading around 1425, even 30, and this one was up to 1425. So I think in futures at one point I was the price was around 1429 or something like that, and I was gaining pretty good at that point. But then I had compromised. You can see here I closed the trade around 1416 level. So I did compromise on my profits, so that I, in order to give sufficient time, I would say, for the market to perform, for the Infosys to perform. But unfortunately that didn't happen, and then I just took a call that I have to close this position. Okay, in profits though, obviously I had to compromise a little bit on my profits, but I had to close it. That's what I decided, and I did it. Okay, I mean, if I show you the charts of LTI, I think it would make more sense, why I had to do that in Infosys as well, because both are of the same sectors and I was long in both of the stocks. Okay, if you go to LTI, right, so I was long yesterday. It was here, and I took the trade. I think I went on 30 minutes or 1 hour somewhere, somewhere here I took the trade when it was trading around 39. Oh yeah, I think if you go to daily, we saw like a nice price action movement here, right? If you see here, it was clearly making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and after this nice green bar, I thought it was a good entry to buy. So that's why I took it very early in the morning, probably as soon as the market opened I took an entry. So after that green bar, okay, this particular bar, let me zoom in for you, this particular small bar, about the high of that, I took the trade. And in here you can easily see from the top it came down at one point. It came down nearly 3.5% down. So when I took the trade, I was gaining around at a peak time I was gaining around 3.6 percentage, and then all of a sudden in just a matter of half an hour or so it just came to my buying price, or even it went a bit lower as well, I think, at one point. So what I want you to understand is, just imagine yourself having a good profits at one point, okay, and then if you don't take any action and you have to incur losses, how would that psychologically you know be a blow to your psychology, basically trading? So what kind of mindset would you be having after that? Okay, you would be really shattered, isn't it? That's what most of the traders do encounter. They see very good huge profits, and then when it starts coming down, they just don't take whatever the market is offering. That's what I think. It's just my perspective, I might be wrong as well. They don't take, even though they see in their own eyes that the market is going against their trade, but still they don't want to book even though they are in profits, because they have already seen much higher profit, and it was a notional profit, by the way. Okay, they have seen a notional profit which is much higher than what it is currently offering, and they think, oh, if the price, or if the profit soars again to at least to that level, then I'm going to close my position. This is the mindset that normally traders do have, and I would say novice traders, or those kind of, not professional traders though. Why I would say that is, when they see some profits and then it started dipping, when it's dipping, they think that, okay, if it reaches to my original profit level, I'm going to close it. But that's not the case. If you see here, it has drawn down drastically to this level. I mean, erasing almost all of the profits, whatever the bulls have gained in the previous bar. It almost eliminated all those things, and you were witnessing right in front of the computer there, and then seeing this is what is happening, and still you don't take any actions. I think that is just criminal. You have to take actions. You have to be not emotional, and then you have to see what the market is saying. So if you see LTI, which is of the same sector of Infosys, this was clearly showing like it was coming down. I mean, this is a very volatile stock sometimes. Yeah, it can go up again tomorrow or something like that. But what at that point in time, what I wanted to see was, if you go to 30 minutes here, you see this big drop. You see this? What does that say? That says there are some really good sellers up there, and I didn't want to fight the market. And also, if you see, it was clearly making like a double top pattern. Bulls try to take it up. If you see, the scenario is same as with Infosys. We were seeing rejections from the top in Infosys chart, and here we are seeing double top pattern. The bulls try to take the prices higher but failed, and then failed miserably. So, and if you don't take action even then, I mean, I'm not saying that the price cannot go up tomorrow, but what I'm worried is, when I'm seeing some profits, I don't want to be losing money. Okay, that's going to impact my psychology as well, because when you're seeing so much profits, whatever the market is offering, so I just booked it just 20 rupees per lot. Okay, so that's okay. That's because at one point I was gaining around 150 rupees, and then I had to settle for just 20 rupees. It was not like, okay, then you could ask me, why didn't I close the position much earlier, at least with 75% or 50% profits or something like that. See, because it was a swing trade, okay, it wasn't an intraday trade, it was a swing trade. I wanted to see whether this structure here will be defended by the bulls. Okay, but the bears just crashed that. They didn't even notice that there was a barrier, so that just told me that no, I shouldn't be in this trade any longer. So as soon as I saw that there was 20 rupees profits, I just closed it. So that was the reason, guys. What you would have done? Would you have waited for tomorrow and see, okay, let's see what would happen tomorrow? And also, one more thing I wanted to show you again. If you watched my previous video about weekly analysis, this is the one with this one that I'm pointing out, how to do multi-time frame analysis, Nifty and Bank Nifty weekly analysis. I'll just play a short clip about that, so that you get an idea about what I was saying at that point. So that's what I think this level is very important, and I'd be go for swing trading in index if price comes down to this level. From this point I'll be just trading intraday. I won't be going for swing trading as such. I'll be looking for intraday opportunities, and I'm expecting price to come down here and then start going up. But before doing that, the market can print a couple of green bars next week, and then maybe after that we can see some sort of bear bars coming in next week. That's what I think. So if you see that, guys, I just don't have the views about the market. I actually exercise them. I have been repeating this plenty of times in almost most of my videos. If you have a view, it's just not for saying that or writing it somewhere down there. It's about exercising those views. So obviously I had this view about Nifty, right, that on a daily basis I clearly said in that video last week that when this was the 4th June, so 7th and 8th June, you can see like small tiny bars. One was a green bar, other one was like a flattish closing bar. Even though it's a bear bar, it's flat close. And after that we saw this red bar, so which is like aligning with my analysis. So when you have done the analysis and then when market is doing the same thing, then is it not stupid enough to ignore that and not exercise that view and assume that because I clearly thought like the price might come down to these levels here. So in case the market comes down here as expected, because that's what it does, it did in the past 3 days, it printed small green bars and then very tiny bear bar, and then now it's coming down. So what if it comes down here? Then Infosys might go down as well, and then LTI as well, which is much volatile. It can take me into losses. So that's the reason I had to close that. It's always important that because that's what novice traders do when they see, for example, when they see a profit of let's say, I'll just write it down so that it will be easier for you. Right, see, when they see profits like say 15k, and then it starts coming down to 12k, and then they'll just wait patiently because they think, okay, the market is just doing and it's going to go up. And when they see 10k, they are now worried. What are they doing? Okay, we have to wait. And then they start waiting for some more time, and they see 8k, and now they think like, okay, if profits come back to again to 15k maybe, then I'm going to book profits there. But what happens? It comes down to 5k and then 2k, and then all of a sudden you are going to see like minus 5k, and now they are just hoping basically for the market to break even. This is what happens with most of the trades. I'm not saying that this is not going to happen. If I had carried forward this Infosys or LTI trade, it might go up. But what I'm saying is I'm worried about my risk more than the reward. Okay, I have to take care of my risk. So every trader, every professional trader always takes care of the risk first and then look for rewards. So now what I'm saying is I have taken care of my risk by booking some whatever the profits the market has offered. I'm happy with that. I have taken that because I haven't incurred any losses, and best thing is I have money in my hand to take a fresh trade, to take a stock which has corrected because of this correction mode that happened today and probably tomorrow as well. So I'll be entering a better stock at a better price. So because I have money rather than getting stuck in Infosys or LTI. You see what I mean? This is the perspective I have when I go to trade. I got decent rewards. I mean, I would have got a lot more, and at one point I was gaining much higher, but still I had waited. Why did I do that? I mean, you might be wondering, why did I even when LTA was giving me profits like 150 rupees per lot, then why didn't I close it by then? Because my targets was way too high. If you see here, this is what the view I still have, by the way, about LTI. Let me show you. Sorry. See, okay, LTI, this is on the daily chart. My target, I mean, if you remember SBI, you can clearly see, you can relate why I am saying those kind of prices here. So this is like the first target. It can go to this point, and then this is the target I'm actually expecting for it to reach. Okay, this here. Okay, so I have a huge target for LTI, but at the same time, I just simply cannot see like, okay, I am expecting a very good reward, so I can wait, because the market can just do a U-turn here and then come down, and then it may take some time to go up again. So these things can happen. Even though I have big targets here, I normally anticipate what kind of bar should be printed next. If it is completely against my favor, then I kind of, most 9 out of 10 times I close the trades or take some actions to protect my risk. Okay, to take care of the risk I have, I'll take some actions. That's how I do. So that's the reason I closed those two things, guys. And also I have just put all those things in my premium channel, Telegram channel, not on the free channel one. It's a premium channel. You can see all the stocks and the price I took, and the moment I take it, I normally enter there. We have taken only 4 swing trades, which have all been very successful, and we have got good profits. One was SBI, which you can see the video about live trade that I have posted on YouTube, and also PEL, and in PEL we also have it in portfolio builder series as well, and I took it in swing trading as well in futures, which I have posted the video of that one too. Infosys, when I took and at what price, LTI at what price, and then I also mentioned how did I close and why did I close as well. So these are like real time. As soon as I take the trades or before taking the trades, I normally post here. This is like the premium channel, but of course the free channel is very good as well. You can look for like some portfolio builder up series updates and everything. The details is in the description box below about the Telegram channels that I have. So that's it about, guys. So now let me know what you think, and at the same time, yeah, regarding the question that I asked, so what do you think? If you said it's going to come down, then you are actually wrong, and I would say why. You see, this is one we are having here. Okay, so now to explain this concept, let me tell you this. Let me go to some blank page here. See, for instance, if this is the resistance, sorry, I tried very badly. Okay, if this is the resistance and price is coming from here, okay, it has fallen down from this point and then it's trying to go up, as we saw in the chart. Okay, and if it goes there and then if it spends some time there, it's pretty much likely that it's going to break out to the upside. Okay, and normally if it has to, because bears have tried to reject here, they failed, they tried to reject here, they failed, tried to reject here, they failed. So it's just like the orders of sellers getting filled, that's all, and then it's going to take out. So the more time it spends around the resistance or support levels, the likely it is that it's going to break that. Okay, so that's what happened here as well. Okay, so it spent quite a lot of time here. It didn't really come down from this point. You can see it came down sharply from this point, but this time around it didn't do that. The bulls didn't let the bears overwhelm them. They just persevered there, and then they were persistent, and then the prices broke out to the upside. Okay, so that's it about, guys. So I hope you like this video. Please share and subscribe with your friends if you haven't done yet, and also join my free Telegram channel, and give me a thumbs up if you like it. It motivates me to produce a lot more videos like this. See you guys. Bye.